Hello, I'm Mrs. Fred and I have another super fun art lesson for you today. We are going to be creating animal portraits, but not any animal portrait. They are going to be super bold and colorful, a lot like this. We are inspired today by artist Dean Russo and also by the Fauvist art movement. That was a movement long ago that lasted only a short amount of time, but involved lots of big, bold, bright colors. And that's what we're all about today. We're also going to be learning how to transfer an image and use the wax water resist method. It's going to be super fun, but before we get started, let's do our art motto. And it goes a little something like this. I'm only going to ask that you try your best, be creative, and problem solve in anything that we do. So, now that we're in the right frame of mind, let's get going. Here we go. Today in art, I will learn about artist Dean Russo, learn how to transfer an image, use a wax water resist with crayons and watercolor paints, use color like a Fauvist and learn what that means, and also have some fun. The first thing we're going to do is take just any print-off image of an animal, and we are literally just going to scribble all over the back of the page. You're going to want to lay your pencil flat because we're going to use this in order to transfer an image onto a different page. I know it seems weird. Normally I have you draw, but drawing isn't necessarily the focus this time. I just want you to be able to play with a lot of great color. Then, once you've done all the scribbling, flip your paper over, tape it down to another page, and use a pen to draw the outline of the animal that you chose. That is going to create lines underneath because of all that scrabbling we did on the back. Peel the paper off, and then I like to outline my work of art so that I can really see where I'm painting. So I'm just taking a minute using a thin line marker to show me where my lines are. After erasing, I'm going to use some crayons and press down pretty hard to make a variety of different patterns in different areas on my animal. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because in a few, I'm going to go ahead and add a layer of watercolor paint over the top. Because the waxy crayon leaves a layer of wax on top of the page, and the watercolor paint is so watery, it creates this resist as the water sort of runs away from the waxy crayon. It's a really cool way to add pattern and just another dimension to your paper. It's pretty awesome. Basically, one of my favorites. Now my goal is just to add some beautiful and wild color to these portraits. I'm going to fill in each space very carefully. If you haven't noticed, I'm using a very small paintbrush. I really want to control the color and the paint coming onto the page. Once all of my paint is dry, I really think that this adds a lot. This great big thick outline makes the animal pop right off the page. Then, after that, you have a beautiful animal portrait. Thank you for creating with me today, and remember to keep on arting.